Bagfuel, baby.
I saw Chinese Kitty go in on the motherfucking show the other day.
You didn't hear about that?
Of course I heard
She was
about
tagged on Shade Room.
Okay,
Of course
just
she
making
They
was.
sure.
tagged me on Shade Room?
I think so.
Ew.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shade Room. I got tagged. Ew. I got a little tag.
But yeah, Kim,
I didn't know that.
you put a show together called The Impact. It's nothing but
Executive producer,
yeah.
yes.
I apologize
I
for.
work with a team of executive. See, a lot of people don't.
Is that an all women show?
No,
They don't cast men on that show at all.
there's a man on that show.
So
Scott is
so
on that
Amanda
show.
Heineken, didn't she know you before she did the show?
Yeah, but you know
So
she's
why
always
you ain't
been.
call us for
Well,
the
the
show?
casting
We wasn't
process-
hot enough at the time. Be honest. Tell me. We wasn't hot enough this time to be on your
No,
show.
wasn't that y'all wasn't hot enough? I haven't. Anyway.
Yeah, she knows.
There's
That's
another
why I'm
show.
trying to be
There's
cool.
another show that you might fit perfectly on.
And what's that?
But
What's
the
that?
We gonna
impact
talk-
it skews, it's young social media. You have to have a serious impact. But the way that the impact is measured, I believe, a certain amount of followers.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
Factors.
there are a lot of factors that go into when we're casting a show like that.
About
Who
star
we
power.
pick. And there's a lot of star power, but there's a lot of layers that you got to go through, right? It's a lot of, just the next time y'all watch a show, look at the amount of executive producers on the credits.
I watched the show.
Okay, so you see it's scrolling and scrolling. It's like 7 of us, right? So it's a lot of decision making, a lot of layers. So
So the other 6 people didn't like us? Is that what you saying?
no, I didn't say that.
You said, I liked y'all, but there's 6 other motherfuckers that didn't want
"Is
y'all.
that are you just trying to subtly pass the buck?" I do, a lot of casts, they go off, the show, but there's a production company, there's a network, right? There's a lot of
Red
decisions
tape.
that need to be made. There's maybe 42 minutes, depending on the show. Each show is different, but of runtime on a show, and you're filming like one scene. We're there filming most of the time
What,
from
4 hours?
Yeah, let's just say, a 1 hour setup, an hour of filming, or an
Sound
hour
about
and a
right.
half, right? And it's going to get cut to 3 minutes. And because of that, there's a lot that you don't see on these shows. It's the editing, but
Listen.
every show is edited, right? The best material is going to get through. So you have to be accountable for everything that you say on a show. You got to be accountable for everything. And you got to understand TV to understand, okay, I'll go in a show. I go in the scene. I know what the scene is about. How am I going to react? Because it's all about your reactions on reality TV, right? And I think sometimes, you get into situations maybe where the cast on the show don't like the way that the show is edited.
Or portrayal is more
Is
of
that
a...
what we talking about with Chinese Kitty?
Well, her specifically, I can't remember exactly.
She said it's
what-
scripted.
Look, here we go.
Yes.
I'm just asking.
He said, here we go.
That's
You're not
why
going to
we're
play.
here, kid.
You're
Look,
not
kid.
going to play politics with us.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
she
no.
said.
No,
Let me
no,
tell you
no.
what she
I think
said.
you can
Here's the
play.
thing.
You can play politics. Don't answer.
Yeah, we can don't care.
No. I answer whatever. Like it's this is I've been doing this for a little while now, right? When you say it's
you're a legend
scripted,
and a veteran.
I'm trying to help you.
Show. No, I don't need no help.
No, I'm
in
about
this
to give you...
situation.
Oh, yeah.
A scripted show.
She's spicy. I
Is
like
she's spicy.
I love it.
Scripted
A
shows.
scripted show is a show where you have a script, right?
And they follow it.
And you follow a script. We don't tell people what to say in the show, or at least I don't produce
'Cause she
that
was
way.
talking
There's a
about-
lot of producers.
She was talking about cue cards, right?
That's not a cue card. She's
no.
talking about an app that many producers in reality use called Big Words.
But this is what I'm going. They do the same thing at the Maury show. Whenever they would have the guys that are talking about abusing their wives or their girlfriend, they would they're from like small towns and they wouldn't know what to say. And then the producer would pull a cue card up and they'd be like, say this word just to make the product better.
Well,
Yes
it has
or no?
to come.
Because if you're saying big
Whoa.
words.
Big Words is an app, right?
Okay, pardon me.
When you're in a scene, a lot of times in the scene is about something.
Yes.
But the thing about it is there's a lot of pre-production that goes into making a reality show. And in pre-pro, the way that I produce at least, right? I can't speak for everybody, but it's generally like what we do as producers in reality TV. Pre-pro means that we're sitting with the cast, we're getting insight, We're interviewing them. We're finding out about their life because the best stuff on TV is always going to be what plays as real, right? You can see as a viewer, especially in this space, you can read fake very easy. You'd be like, that shit is fake, right? So we want to make sure that the cast doesn't come off fake on camera.
Gotcha.
Right? So we'll do a lot of pre-production. And in pre-production, you speak about things beforehand. And a lot of times, at least the way that I produce is we'll talk. And this is not specific to her situation. I'm just talking about in general, right? We'll talk and I'll ask questions because that's just in my nature in order to build a story. And when I ask a question, I'm going to say, what do you want to say to this person? And you tell me what you want to say. Got it. So when we go into the scene and we build the scene, and you might want to call this scripted, but this is not what a scripted show does,
Got you.
right? We build the scene based off of what you have told us you want to do or say in the scene. That's called insight, right? And so now, and I ain't giving away no super like reality show secrets. This is what happens on most shows. And so we go into the scene, and we have an idea of what that scene is going to be about. So you may get a reminder. Because now you get in a scene and you don't want to say what you want to say, what you said you was going to say. And we done got this whole thing going.
The money's going.
I already took your testimony.
You want to say this to this person, right? Or you want to do this. We got this whole scene built. And we'll sit around and the clock is ticking.
Which means the money's going.
And the cameras are heavy. And the cameramen are sitting there with the cameras on their shoulder. And y'all in the scene going for 40 minutes.
Talking
about whatever
nothing.
you want to talk about.
Exactly.
And a producer who is waiting and keeping the clock is like,
Hey, what's up?
this is what the scene is about.
May I ask a
is
real
happening.
question?
And that, and that's just, I'm speaking to, my experience, right? Maybe on other shows you might have difference. I always tell any cast, I say, do not do anything that you don't want to do. Because at the end of the day, you got to own it. And this particular show is a cast about social media influencers who have built their following on social media.
Yep.
So the last thing as producers that we want is for you to go on social media and say you didn't mean what you said. Or you did something that you didn't want to do.
Got you.
Right? So that's just my experience.